Have you ever noticed how some players just show up differently? Before the whistle even blows, they're already locked in. Eyes sharper, movement deliberate. It's like they've flipped a switch. Meanwhile, you show up. You kick the ball around, maybe you stretch, and then the whistle blows and suddenly it's chaos. Your first touch is off, your passes miss, your mind's racing. What's the difference? It's not talent. It's not confidence. It's something most players never figure out. They have a ritual. And today, I'm going to show you the exact 5-minute pregame ritual that pros use to enter flow state on demand. No luck, no waiting, just pure automatic performance. Let me tell you something. A few years ago, I'd show up to games hoping I'd play well. Some days I felt it, most days I didn't. I'd warm up with the team, do some passing drills, jog around, and then the game would start and my brain would be everywhere. Am I ready? What if I mess up? What if the coach doesn't trust me? Sound familiar? Here's the thing. That mental chaos, it's not your fault. Your brain doesn't just turn on like a light switch. It needs a signal, a trigger that says, okay, it's time, lock in. And once I figured that out, everything changed. Because the best players, they don't wait for flow state to find them, they create it, every single game. And the way they do it? A pregame ritual. What is a pregame ritual? Okay, so what actually is this thing? A pregame ritual is a series of specific actions you do before every game that signals to your brain it's time to perform. It's not just music, it's not just stretching. It's a deliberate sequence that primes your nervous system. Here's what the research shows. When you repeat the same actions before performing, same breathing pattern, same visualization, same physical trigger, your brain starts to associate those actions with peak performance. Over time, it becomes automatic. The second you start the ritual, your body knows what's coming. Your heart rate stabilizes, your focus sharpens, doubt disappears. It's like Pavlov's dog, but for football. You're training your brain to enter flow state the moment you need it. Now let me break down the exact ritual. 5 minutes, 4 stages. Every pro does this. Stage 1, the physical reset, 90 seconds. This is where you ground yourself. Get out of your head and into your body. Most players show up to a game mentally scattered. They're thinking about school, about what happened last game, about what their teammates think of them. Your body's tense, your breathing's shallow, your nervous system is stuck in fight or flight mode. The fix? Controlled breathing. Here's what you do. Stand somewhere quiet, close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 2 seconds, breathe out through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat that 5 times. Why does this work? Because deep breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part that calms you down and sharpens focus. It tells your brain, we're not in danger, we're in control. And once your body's calm, your mind follows. Pro tip, Ronaldo does this. Before every big moment, he takes a deep breath and taps his chest. It's not superstition, it's science. You're resetting your nervous system so your body can perform. Stage 2, mental visualization, 2 minutes. Here's where it gets powerful. Almost every pro I've studied spends at least 2 minutes visualizing before they play. And they're not just daydreaming, they're mentally rehearsing. Close your eyes. Picture yourself in 3 specific scenarios. Scenario 1, receiving the ball under pressure. See the defender closing in. Feel the weight of the pass. Visualize your first touch. Perfect, controlled. Now see yourself turning, finding space, delivering the next pass clean. Scenario 2, beating your defender in a 1v1. Picture the ball at your feet, the defender lunging. See yourself drop your shoulder, shift the ball, and explode past him. Feel the burst of speed. Hear the crowd react. Scenario 3, the game-winning moment. Visualize the ball coming to you in the final minutes. Everything's on the line. See yourself staying calm, taking the shot, scoring. Now here's the secret. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. When you visualize success, you're literally programming your nervous system to perform. Messi talked about this. He said before every game he pictures moments, specific situations, what he'll do when the ball comes, how he'll react when defenders press. That's not luck. That's preparation. And the more you visualize, the more automatic your reactions become. Because your brain's already been there. It knows what to do. So for the past month, I've been working on something called the magnetic touch, and it's finally here. If you want to, stop freezing when you get the ball, make the right decisions in real games without stress, and start controlling the game instead of being controlled by it, then you have a couple days left to get the magnetic touch plus 5 free bonuses. 1, a discount. 2, a 30-day training calendar. 3, drill sheets. 4, my Wonder Kid game tracker. 5, match day protocol. So go below this video, click the link in the description or the pinned comment, fill out the form, and you're in. Stage 3, the confidence anchor. This one's subtle but deadly. Every pro has a physical or verbal cue they use to lock in confidence. Ronaldo taps his chest and whispers to himself. Salah closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. Grealish adjusts his socks, same way every time. It's not superstition, it's an anchor, a trigger that reminds them, I'm ready, I've done this before, I belong here. And here's the magic. Once you build that anchor through repetition, your brain connects it to all your best performances. So the second you tap your chest or say your phrase, confidence floods in automatically. Here's how you build yours. Pick one physical gesture or phrase. Examples: tap your chest twice and say, let's go. Tighten your gloves and whisper, I'm ready. Adjust your socks and take one deep breath. Do this right after your visualization. Let it seal the mindset. And here's the key. Do it every time. Before every training session, before every game. Same trigger, same order. Within 2 weeks, your brain will connect that gesture to peak performance. And the second you do it, you'll feel the shift. Your body knows it's time. Stage 4, game-specific focus. The last stage is tactical, mental preparation for this specific game. Most players think vague thoughts. I'm going to play well. I'm going to do my best. That's not enough. Your brain needs clarity. The clearer your goal, the sharper your performance. So instead of hoping you play well, ask yourself one question. What's my one focus today? Not 3 things, not 5, 1. Examples. Today I'm going to win every second ball. Today I'm going to make 3 dangerous runs behind the defense. Today I'm going to stay calm under pressure and never panic. Pick one, lock it in. Repeat it in your head 3 times. Why does this work? Because when you know exactly what you're hunting for on the pitch, your nervous system doesn't waste energy. It locks onto that one thing like a laser. And suddenly, opportunities you would have missed, you see them. Moments you would have hesitated, you commit. That's the power of clarity. Pros don't just show up and hope. They show up with a plan, a focus, a mission. And that's what separates them from everyone else. All right, let's put it all together. 5 minutes, 4 stages. Stage 1, physical reset. 5 deep breaths, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Reset your nervous system. Stage 2, mental visualization. Picture 3 specific scenarios. See yourself succeeding in vivid detail. Stage 3, confidence anchor. Tap your chest, tighten your gloves, say your phrase. Lock in the mindset. Stage 4, game-specific focus. Pick your one focus for today. Repeat it 3 times. Total time, 5 minutes. That's it. That's the ritual. Let me explain why this is so powerful. There was a study done on elite footballers versus amateurs under pressure. They hooked them up to brain scanners and gave them real in-game challenges. The amateurs, their brains lit up like a Christmas tree. Stress, hesitation, scrambled decisions. But the pros, their brains were quiet. Their prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for conscious thinking, was barely active. Instead, their motor cortex, the part that controls automatic movement, took over. They weren't thinking, they were feeling. That's flow state. And you don't stumble into it, you train for it. When you do this ritual before every game, you're conditioning your brain to enter that state on command. Your breathing calms your nerves. Your visualization programs your reactions. Your anchor triggers confidence. Your focus sharpens your mind. And by the time the whistle blows, you're not hoping you play well, you're ready. Here's what I want you to do. For the next 7 days, do this ritual before every training session or game. Same sequence, same order, no skipping. At first, it'll feel awkward. You'll think, this is weird. Does this even work? But by day 4 or 5, something shifts. You'll notice you're calmer, sharper, more in control. By day 7, you won't want to play without it, because once your brain learns the pattern, it becomes automatic. The second you start your ritual, you enter game mode. And that's the difference. That's what separates the players who dominate from the players who hope. Let me leave you with this. Most players show up to games completely unprepared mentally. They rely on adrenaline, luck, or motivation. And sometimes it works, but most of the time, it doesn't. They panic under pressure. They freeze when the moment's big. They play reactive instead of proactive. And it's not because they're not talented. It's because they never trained their brain to be ready. Think about it. You train your first touch. You train your passing. You train your fitness. But when do you train your mental state? Never. And that's the gap. That's where pros separate from everyone else. They don't just practice football. They practice being ready for football. So stop leaving your performance to chance. Stop hoping you'll feel confident. Stop waiting for flow state to find you. Build your ritual, train your brain, and show up ready. Because the best player on the pitch isn't always the most skilled. It's the one who's mentally prepared when the whistle blows. Now drop a comment. What's one thing you're adding to your pregame ritual this week? Let me know. I read every single one. And if this hit, smash that like button and subscribe. More no BS football secrets coming your way. Now get out there. The game's waiting. And if you are serious about going pro, don't forget to join the Magnetic Touch. And if you do, I will see you there.